Hello everybody, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. The title of this video is Twin Flames. Stay true to your own experience of loving your heart. And I'm going to be talking about how as you move deeper into your true authenticity, the people around you are going to spark desires that you've been holding regarding your life purpose. And it will feel great. As the old self-abandonment theme of not living one's purpose continues to uproot and go away. The whole ego identity goes, and it can feel pretty big as it's going. But please know that whilst purging and releasing what doesn't serve you, as that becomes part of everyday life, you will be able to upheave everything that you need to around your working schedule, and it won't interfere with your routine. You'll be able to integrate it, fit it in, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of really good energy coming up at the moment, which has got the I'm back type feeling. It's the re-establishment of your true energy, your true state, that returning energy, and that's what we want. We want more of this returning energy stuff. Please know also that your twin flame is going to be in the same energy as you naturally, even if it doesn't look the same, but it's all going to be internal. We can go out in public and not necessarily show what's going on underneath, and it's the same for them. The internal experience is what we're looking for, and more of that returning energy, returning to oneself, the twin flame returning home. It's all one and the same. The shift can happen in a split second. It's not necessarily something that we can see happening. The energy of toxicity is leaving the collective, making room for more love to rush in. People are integrating more with their divine selves. No corner in consciousness should be overlooked. This is to make sure that you have a solid foundation, deeply rooted in divinity, so that down the line, when your twin flame comes in, you can, together, continue your ascension to harmonious union and perfect union, or full enlightenment, heaven on earth. We're here to do that. Some people get into their union, but they don't heal the codependency in their union, and so they don't continue on the path to harmonious and perfect union. Harmonious union's a waypoint to full enlightenment. Some people don't truly want to be with all of themselves. It's like in Buddhism, when people reach the solitary bliss of nirvana, they get attached to that, and they don't give a stuff about anyone else, and they fail to continue on the path to full enlightenment. And these people might be afraid to lose their unions for the greater union, but this way is much better, because we've arrived at this work with our harmonious union in our hearts from the beginning, and that's the reason why some twin flames distanced and started really intensely mirroring. It's all part of the process back to each other. If one meets their twin flame and comes into union, but they haven't claimed their harmonious union yet, they may be able to maintain a union, but really it's not an awful lot more than a codependency, because it's still got unhealed fears in it. So it's just a relationship, or one step up from a basic relationship. I know of a twin flame couple that are in this situation, and one wasn't doing anything to support the union and was in fact shouting about going deeper, while the other was having to submit and back down instead of disciplining their twin flame and healing together. This really is about something for the greater, building the kingdom of heaven on earth. If you choose to support yourself with resources like getting personal readings, it's about much more than just listening to them when they arrive. It's about sitting with each segment and really feeling into that energy and clearing it. The purpose of a reading, so that it shifts into a new reading, is to actually work through everything it shows you. So it's well worth taking time to do that. And no matter what's going on right now with your twin flame, whatever they're going through, remember you have eternity. I don't intend for that to sound wishy-washy, like, oh, it's going to take ages. But we're living life now. And if we can't be happy now, we won't be any happier when our twin flame comes in and amplifies everything. When they come in, you want a good, solid foundation for your union, so you can glide swiftly and naturally and easy and effortlessly into harmonious union, because we've already shown up in all the places where other people, other couples fell out of their harmonious union frequency. Yeah, it's what they had showing up for ourselves in the places where those people hadn't yet shown up for themselves. It's perfectly okay to just get going with that now and know that your twin flame will come in at the right time, the most compassionate time. We don't know what they're going through at the moment. We can guess, we can feel into their energies, but really there's no way of controlling that at all. We just have to let it play out the way the divine knows best. And it will, because it did for us too. The deeper we go with ourselves, the better. Work through all the blocks with them, both before and after they come in. Allow all the fears to come up for release. Go deeper and deeper. It's the only way to have a sustainable, harmonious union. If you don't commit to healing the blocks, you won't make it. Work the process and stay true to your own experience of love in your heart. When something comes up, some feeling arises to work through, just keep on at it until you know you're done. See how insignificant the triggers become the more that you progress. So it's like, oh God, whatever, this again. Yeah, if you see some triggering bullshit on social media, it doesn't mean anything. It's not the truth. It's the big lie that's uprooting. It couldn't possibly be true. What's in your heart is the truth. Some divine counterparts are only sharing stuff that's superficial at this time. Maybe what they've been watching on TV, something about the Euros, maybe even. But there's a lot more going on under the surface. They're not showing. They're not going to show a thing. But when the feeling comes up, when a trigger comes up, just know, be happy, because you'll be able to say, aha, this is what was always there. This is what was there when I was too numb to feel it before. So go there. So you're going into deeper and deeper layers of feeling. And using the mirror exercise, you can work through those deep, hidden layers of feeling in a way that's healthy for you. And it's a very empowering thing to do. Find all the places in consciousness that were numb, and go there and continue to heal that pathway. Every nook and cranny, that's what you're doing in consciousness. Do it till the foundation's built and there's no other option but the union. Be like flowing water. As my Kung Fu teachers always say, flow into every little opening. Love's like that too. Just allow, open the door, let the love in. It's okay to build a solid union. You don't need your twin flame present to do this, but you will be needing to partner with them when they do arrive. There's no getting away with holding back or backing down or whimpering or trying to keep the peace, trying to keep the union above the truth. That's what's purging right now. And many divine counterparts are craving their freedom right now. They're having a crisis. In fact, if you've got a moment, it's a 12-story crisis with a magnificent entrance hall, carpeting throughout, 24-hour porterage, and a huge sign on the roof saying, "This is a large crisis." Sorry about that. Yeah, they're having a crisis. They're wanting fresh air, speed, velocity to get away, needing to play, to be alone, hang out with the lads. More than likely, the divine masculines especially, the way they do it is to take themselves off, to internalize, to meditate in their own way, which is something that they really do need to do. And I know of a divine masculine who recently came into his union, and he was spending time meditating and experiencing a crisis of feeling. Now, I've talked about this union in previous videos, and people have been asking questions about it. Yeah, my own coach has brought 2 of her own clients into union very recently, and I'm relaying the information in bits as I receive it, but I think at some point I'm going to make a specific video about this coming together, because it's a really important thing for people to hear and to know about. So I'm going off on a lot of tangents today. Yeah. Oh, where was I? Yeah, this guy, he was meditating, he was experiencing a crisis of feeling, he felt the love. They had had a relationship before, but he also felt the blocks and the fears and the anxieties and the impossibility of being with his twin flame. Every time that situation would come up, the fear would be present, so he couldn't move in that direction and stayed away. And there was a wall of stuff to work through, but when she cleared the said wall of stuff and made her final claim and surrendered, and she did that in a session with my own coach, it led to the opening where he was no longer experiencing the feelings that were keeping him away, and he was able to connect with his feelings and heart, and he was able to step forward effortlessly, because he said there was nothing stopping him and the love was all there. He just kept it hidden and he laughed about it. That's the divine masculine coming home. It's so important for people to hear. Yeah, if you knew the guy, you would never thought he'd be the sort of person who'd be into learning the mirror exercise. He's just a normal bloke. You think, what on earth? But it was focusing on the divine first, meditating and spending time with himself. So that's something that's really good to know. And in the meantime, surrender, surrender, surrender. And you'll find what used to be seemingly impossible becomes conceivably possible. The divine is orchestrating this path. It's not a cul-de-sac, it's not a dead end like other relationships. It's a direct road to the outcome. This is what's promised here. Harmonious union. Harmonious twin flame union. How do you feel about being able to receive it? Become clear on your desires and give them to the divine. Your heart is saying it's this person, and because you're honouring God and honouring your heart, there's no reason to invalidate yourself here. We've been through that earlier on the journey. It's what people earlier on the journey do. It's like, oh, what if it isn't this person? No, we're not doing that anymore. We moved through that. We've healed through that. The clearer we are, the clearer they are. We want to drop down, but also not cling. Really give that next piece to God. Say, I see this is what you are showing me, and now I'll give it to you, because I know I have no control over this whatsoever. It's entirely in your hands. It never was in my hands. And very often, just before union comes in, there comes a bit of a crisis for one or both. It's okay to acknowledge that. Quite naturally, it's a big shift. But when it happens, as you know, it can be instantaneous. It can be a snap of the finger, an instant shift from I'm afraid, I can't do this, to that energy's not there anymore. The masculine twin flame that I talked about a minute ago isn't the only one that I've seen go through a crisis before union. So if you see you're looking at your twin flame looking a bit rough around the edges, or a little bit old even, don't worry. None of us look too fantastic when we're in massive upheaval. And truth is, they're purging a lot of crap right now that was there all along, and numbing out to it doesn't help anything or anyone at all. It's all still there. As Rumi said, the lover is alone wherever he is. You can't make something real that isn't. And if something is real, then it is real, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Like, you can't make yourself be into someone that you don't really love, and you can't really deny it when you are. Trauma bonding can make it seem like one needs to stay in a fake relationship, of not seeing a way of getting out of a situation, and rather than being happy and loved there, it's all they believe that they're going to get, so they might as well stick with it. It's more of a resignation. This is what's being uprooted in the collection. This is what's being healed through. You can have this love of a lifetime, and these patterns will be gone forever. Okay, everybody, I'm going to end this message here. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to hear about any particular topic, just let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.